Hey guys, so I got my Pi and my Pico talking to each other via Bluetooth. You can see the LEDs on, and that's because when this connected to this LED turns on. And when this connects to this LED turns on. This is the central device, this is the peripheral. And I have the code already, and I'll show you right away. So I'm going to go to VS Code. So I'm going to go to VS Code to show you. I do have Thonny running, so as you'll see, here is the Thonny code, and I'm going to go to here. So let me so basically, this is the code I am using for the LED demo. So basically, here's how it works. So you have the libraries. We have pin 17. You can use any pin you want for the LED. We have the UUIDs. We have the receive data task. Basically, this is where the data is coming from, as you can see in the terminal. This is why it's receiving data. There's the blink task. So when it's connected, it will blink. It'll still blink if it's not connected. So in this case, if it is connected, it'll blink 1,000 milliseconds, or in this case, 1 second. If not, it will be 250, and it'll simply divide by 1,000. And then, of course, it connects via the address, and then it has client is connected. I also had to define a connected here, and I also have connected equals false once it's all done. And notice I added blink task here so that the LED can blink. And then we have our loop here. So for Thonny, let me expand it a bit more. We have the libraries. We define the LED, which is the internal one. We set connected to false. We create a BLE client. We set up all the information required. Then we set up our UUIDs. Then we have our message here. You can change this if you want, of course. Then we have our functions. Notice we have a message count, but this is not necessary, at least for this. You can keep it if you want. Then we have our LED task. It's pretty much the same, just that the LED is different and the code is slightly different from the other. We have our send data task. So pretty much just sends a message. We have our peripheral mode, which defines everything, including our connected. And of course, we have our connected equals false, connected equals true. Make sure you set it up like that, and it should work. So when you run the code, it runs like this. So if you're wondering, what am I going to do with this? Well, I'm going to turn this into a remote control that will control this via Bluetooth. So that's it for this demo, and I'll see you next time.